Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Crafty Chemist. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing great. Let me share this to the group real quick. It's taking a minute to get up on my computer. I feel like the internet is slow here tonight, so sorry. Hi, Jeannie. Welcome. Tonight we are going to be making this beautiful and fun scrapbook layout. It's Easter theme, but you can use any paper you want to create this layout. It's a very simple layout. Okay, I just tagged everybody. Hello. Okay, I think I've got everybody. Hi, Mom. I think I've got it all set up. I think I've got everybody. Hi, Mom. Okay, there we go. I'm ready. A couple announcements before we start. We'll wait a couple minutes for people to come on. I want to remind you about my virtual crop party to celebrate National Scrapbooking Month. It is on Saturday, May 9th from 1 to 9 p.m. Central Time. Just sign up. If you can click on or look at the QR code there. If you take a screenshot and then go to your image and your photos and click on the QR code, it will come up and it'll take you right to the event tab. Or you can just go on Crafty Chemist Designs on Facebook and look for the, the event. Okay, there will be, it's open, scrapbooking or crafting. There will be some games, prizes. There is a make and take. If you RSVP going on this event tab, I will send you a make and take to create a scrapbook layout. And there is going to be a technique demo. More details about that coming soon. And I want to remind you, hi, Diana. Last chance or until they sell out of things for online exclusives. This jam one, the strawberry jam, was very popular. It went out of stock, but I think it's back now. Hi, Julie. So don't forget all of these cool things. This is the suite that was very, very popular. This is Delicate Dreams. It's got the foil paper. The soccer suite. Love this. And then this stamp set is very popular. This beach one. The stamp and the dies. It really makes this look like sea foam, coming out of the ocean. Let's see what else. So Memorial Day stamp set. This one's very popular. This Cutest Crew. Let's see. Just flipping through these. I have done in the past. So this Master Grill will be great for summer, for Memorial Day, for Father's Day. There you go. Then the camera set. Very nice. Capturing smiles. Wood grain paper. Oh, there is a Made with Sweetness scrapbooking workshop kit. So if you like to have those kits, I really like this far and away. I was going to get it. I haven't yet, but that's on my list. And then the kits for this month are the clipboard trio, where you get 3 clipboards. I forgot I was going to get that to take to Disney World with us for signatures. I think that'll be a good size, don't you? I don't know. Radiant Reminders. Love this moth set. These are like little, I don't want to say paintings, but like little signs that you can, put up with those clipboards for inspiration. And then every little thing. This works on the clipboard too. These are not cards. These are like signs. And then the stamp of the month is called Notes of Spring. Really cute. I've seen a lot of cute cards from this. So you get this for only $5 with a $75 purchase. So this is for the month of March, and it is while supplies last. Okay, and then for those of you who just joined late, reminder to sign up for my virtual crop. November. Where the heck did that? I was looking at National, and the N threw me off. The National Scrapbooking Month on May 9th. If you are going to the event tab, which you can get to through the QR code, I will send you a make and take. I will send those out kind of mid-April, I think. Okay, who is ready? Hi, Julie. Who's ready to make the scrapbook layout? Like I said, I'm using the Easter Joy Suite, but this is a great layout you can use to with any of your suites. Really, what you need is 1 sheet of cardstock and then 2 sheets of patterned paper, and then, stickers or some kind of embellishments to decorate it. And then, of course, pictures. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be using the Easter Joy Suite. I've done a few projects with this, so I'm getting down to the end of my suite. So I think I have all of the paper. I think I'm going to be using this today. And I really do kind of love this. I don't know if you can see. It's like a wicker basket. I don't know. I might use that. This is the green and blue gingham that I did use on this scrapbook. And then this side has got the white floral design. And what's special about these papers is the foiling. I don't know if you can see the foiling on here. And then this is a similar paper, but it's blue. And this one's got eggs and carrots, but this one has got tulips and daffodils. And then the back is this cute, kind of subtle basket and with the bunny. I don't know. I'm tempted to use this side too, but we'll see. We'll see where the mood takes me. This one's nice. I really like this one, and I think this one you can use for a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be Easter. And the grass on the back and with the tulips and the eggs. And this is my favorite. And I made the Easter treat bags out of this paper. And then this is not quite the Easter, not Easter, but wicker like the other one, but it's very similar. And then there was the sheet that I made the 6 cards, right? It had card fronts on it, but I already sent out my cards, so I don't have any of those yet remaining. Okay, so like I said, grab your paper and you can craft along. You need 2 pieces of cardstock for the base, 1 piece of cardstock for, for these 2 pieces, and then 2 pieces of pattern paper. I do think one should be kind of a more subtle background, which I'm considering this gingham, and then one a more kind of busy print. If you have 2 busy prints, it doesn't quite work. I had a little bit of time to figure out which 2 pieces I wanted to use. Okay, let's start with this one, the left-hand side paper. And I think what I'll do is make the base layouts and then we can decorate it, okay? So the first thing, let me get my ruler. The first one that we need to do is this gingham, the green gingham. And it is 8 inches by 12. And this is the one that I think should be the kind of the subtle background. So I kind of wanted to do the eggs, but I'd really kind of like to use this as my subtle background. Let me show you the pictures I'm going to use, because if you notice, I did put real pictures on here. Okay, so I'm putting the Easter baskets. This is going to be Easter basket pictures. So, oh, look at this. Monroe's wearing this little blue outfit with the bunnies. It kind of looks like this, doesn't it? Maybe I'll use this one and then the eggs. Let's see how they go together. What do you think these 2? Vote for these 2. Or I could do this one as my background, or the wicker as my background, but then I'd have to use a different paper. Could use this one. Let's vote. You guys vote on what I should use. I also have some of the plaid left. Any thoughts? I'm probably going to use one of the browns for the basket. I don't know if that makes a difference to anybody. Okay, I'm not seeing any suggestions. So, I don't know. I think you like the wicker? I kind of like the wicker too. Maybe the wicker and the eggs. Because I feel like I could use these for kind of anything. It doesn't have to be Easter. Okay. Oh, wait. The wicker is the eggs. Okay. Well, we'll start with the wicker, and then we'll decide. Okay. So what did I say? 8 inches. My computer is not keeping up with the comments. I don't know. I can see them on my phone. Okay. 8 inches. I didn't bring any adhesive over here. But like I said, this is so versatile that you could really do anything. And I actually have one more photos worth of layouts that I might use the remaining paper and do it the same. I've got our Easter food, our Easter dinner. These are pictures from last year. Okay, so that was 8 inches. Now this one is 5 inches, 5 inches by 12. So let's see. I think I'm going to do this one. I kind of want to bring in the blues and the pink. Well, this one's cute too. But I think that's too white. So let's do this one. And when it's 5 inches, it's 5 inches landscape. Okay, so make sure you cut your paper the right way. Landscape. Okay, and I put this, the top here was at 6 inches. So I left a 1 inch at the bottom. Okay. I might also try this with, like, you know, birthday paper or something like that. Just to see, just to show you, it's a very versatile layout. Okay. And now we put on the solid cardstock here, which is 3 inches by 12. Let's decide what color we want to do. I pulled some paper, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. I think I'm going to do the pink again. Because I know Ellie is wearing, let's see, or the basket's pink. So I think I need to bring in more pink. And she's wearing pink here. So let's do pink. This is Pretty in Pink. Did I tell you the colors of this paper pack? The colors are Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock. Another thing I like about this layout is I did make it have some large pictures. Like you can see, this is a 5x7. So, okay. Now this is 3x12, and I'm going to put it about 1/2 inch from the right side. So I'm just using my Versamat to kind of guide that. Oh, and this reminds me, I just found out that they came up with new paper. What do you call these? Like, I only have one of my Close to My Heart papers left, but they came up with new paper that's going to be 14x17. So it will fit a scrapbook sheet, because the Stampin' Up ones do not, they're not 12, at least 12x12. I think it's 10, it's like 10x12, or maybe 11x12, 11 by something, but I know you can't fit a scrapbook page on theirs. So the new ones in the new catalog will be big enough for a scrapbook layout. Okay, so let's look at the pictures. So you need a 5x7 landscape. And then this one is a 4x6. But based on my pictures for this one, I decided to do 2 that were, I think these are 3x4. Yeah, 3x4. So let's cut mats for those. The 5x7, I'm going to cut a 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 mat. And then the 3x4s, I will make 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Let's see if that will fit on there. Or I might have to do them all on one piece of white mat. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, let's put this down. Grid paper, yeah, the grid paper. There's new grid paper coming out. I'm really excited about it. That's why I've been kind of hoarding my close to my heart one, because the Stampin' Up grid paper just wasn't big enough for a scrapbook layout. But now it will be. But if you are a card maker and you like the smaller grid paper, you should get it now. Oh yeah, these definitely both fit, because it will no longer be available. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to carry both. So I think that the smaller grid paper is only while supplies last. He's got his little truck. And I don't know what Ellie's doing, but this is so her personality that I just had to do this picture. Okay, now let's apply these. I centered this 5x7 in this opening square. They have cute little baskets last year, didn't they? This egg this year at Walgreens was $8. I didn't buy it this year. I used to get them 2 for $5, and then it was like 2 for $7, and now it was $8 at Walgreens. They weren't on sale yet, but I didn't check this week. But Aldi's had a cheaper version. But those are always my favorite egg, or, chocolate bunnies. Chocolate was just crazy this year. I'm trying to center these under this 5x7. There we go. I didn't get the kids much chocolate, but I did send some to Michaela. I figured I'll let my daughter get my grandkids chocolate, and I won't feel guilty. I got them some other stuff. Okay, like I said, we'll decorate this after we do the other side. So who's ready for the right-hand side? I'm not sure why my computer is not refreshing with comments. My phone is, but actually my phone is up pretty high. I have to stand on my tiptoes to see the comments on my phone. I didn't get the kids much. Okay, now let's do this one, this side. We're going to start with the more subtle piece, and that is 4 inches by 12. Which should be the remainder of the piece you already cut, so. I tried to keep it to, one sheet, mainly because I was doing 3 projects with this suite. Look how much I have left, and I did 3 projects. I did those treat holders, I did the cards. I made 12 cards. I did, I think, 4 treat holders, and now 4 layouts. Okay, and I'm going to stick this 1 inch from the right side. And then this piece here is 5 inches. Okay. I thought about doing 6 on this one to use it up, but I like the looks of it better at 5. So you've got 2 inches here to play with still. And this one I did 1 inch down from the top. If you want, you can make sure that they, you know, line up here, because you can see how this one ends here and then this one begins. So if you want to check to see you've got them in the right spot. Okay, and then I've got this pink here is 6 by 8, I believe. Yes, 6 by 8 for the pretty in pink, or whatever color you're going to be using. But again, I wanted to have all the colors on both sides. And you should have enough on this sheet to do that. Six inches. By 8. Oh, Diana, I'm glad you like it. I'll tell you, I had a little bit of a hard time with this paper because I felt like a lot of the designs were not busy, but like when you put them together, it could be busy. So I tried to come up with a design that was a little, you know, had a less busy and a more busy. And I put this a 1/2 inch in and then a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. So again, I kind of am just using my Versamat to do that. Okay. And you know, really the photo sizes you can customize based on what your photos are. Like you can see on that last one, I wanted to do 2 3x4s instead of the 1 4x6 because that's the pictures that I had. Okay, so this one, again, this is a 5x7, but you could put, I wouldn't put it 4x6 because this piece is 6, but you could do like 3.5 by 5, 5.5, something like that. Do a couple of those. Or, you know, make the pink a little bit bigger. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to cut 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 for a mat. You don't necessarily have to mat it because it is on a solid cardstock. But I'm matting the other ones since they were on busy paper. So you always want to, I feel, have a place for your eyes to rest if it's on, you know, a pretty busy paper. So I always will mat it. Okay, I had to find some more white. And then this picture is 4x4, I think. 4x4. So I'm going to make this 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. One of the reasons I use pictures this time is because, well, I want to get last year's scrapbook, but I'm afraid to use up all my photo placeholders. It's kind of traumatizing me, guys. I don't want to run out of those. Okay, so let's mat the pictures. And if you're doing this layout and you use different papers, please post it in the group. The Crafty Chemist presents Stampin' Up! So we can see what you did. Because I think this would be really great for any paper. I mean, obviously you might not put an Easter basket on it, but if you use a different, stickers or stamps or dies. Okay, so they're matted, and you can see how much better a matted picture looks on this pattern paper. Look how little Monroe was last year. Isn't he cute? His little outfit's so cute. I got that for him in case you can't tell. I'm gushing about it. Okay, and this photo is the same size as the width of this strip, so I kind of centered the photo on that strip. Left to right. Here's Ellie standing by her basket. I think I got these baskets at Lily and Vernon with their names on it. You can't really see Eleanor there, but I hope Megan found those. I'll have to remind her to go look for them pretty soon. Okay. So why don't we continue on this page and we'll do the decoration. I wanted to use this stamp set. It's called Easter Basket, and the dies. I wanted to do the Easter basket. Again, I've used these in a couple other, actually I used this last time to make the treat bags. I'll have to use the other paper that's similar to this, but I didn't want to put it directly on there. That's why I cut this paper. Now, so this white paper, you may or may not want to do that depending on how you are decorating your page. But it is 3 by 5. You could make this a journal block if you wanted to. So I'm cutting mine 3 by 5, and then I decided to put the basket on there. Okay, and then I'll just center it on this bottom part here. I'm just eyeballing it, but it's about 1/2 inch all the way around. Okay, now let's cut the basket. And I really love this basket. It's great for Easter, but I think I'm going to use it for other things like Mother's Day, if you put flowers in here, or other things. I think this will come in handy. Okay, I got out the, I'm gonna put this like this. I got out my mini stamp cut machine. And I think I might use this paper. This one's a little bit different than just the wicker. And oh, actually this isn't the one I was thinking, but this will work out too. This is from the Peace, I don't know, it was called Peace, Love, and Joy. It was a Christmas set with the doves. Actually, this is a set that I did my actual personal Christmas cards. It's that set. But I thought this kind of looked like wicker. Okay, and if you notice, it does cut these little strips here that we can weave in and out some different color. Oh, you know what I should do on this one? Since their baskets have that little fabric there. See, hers is pink and his is blue. That's what this is right here. It's like the little fabric liner. But I'm going to use this one. You can use this to cut out little strips to weave into your basket. And I already did that because I wanted to do multicolors. And to do multicolors, you would have to run this through, like to do this one, I had to run it through to make the pink, run it through the pink, run it through the yellow, and then run it through the blue. So this is Balmy Blue. This is, it's not Lemon Lolly. I don't remember what color yellow that is. And then the Pretty in Pink. Let's see what I have here. Maybe I'll have to run it through once because I have a yellow and a blue. And then there's also the grass. So I cut several with the Shy Shamrock, so I'll just use this one. So let's cut this so we can have some pink in there. I really, really love this set. Oh, and listen, FYI, the Winnie the Pooh set that's coming out in the new catalog sold out in 8 days. So they reordered. It should be in by the time customers can order. The reason I tell you that is if you think you want the Winnie the Pooh set, order it ASAP because I think it's going to sell out again when customers are able to order. Okay. Julie, you said me too, but I'm not sure at what point. I didn't see it until right now, again, because I have to stand on my tiptoes to see the comments. It's interesting because my computer is keeping up on the video, but the comments aren't scrolling. It's interesting because my computer is... Oh, okay, I see you about the photo placeholders. Yeah, the poo, it's sold out. There's been a lot of discussion about it. There's some really, really cool things about it. Okay, and I have shown you how to do this before, but let me do it again. I have figured out, I think it's easier if you start at the bottom. Before I was kind of putting it at the top and then working my way down. I don't know why, but I think the top is a little bit wider, so it might be easier. So I just went over, under, over, under. So let's do the yellow. Since I started over on the blue, I'm going to start under on the yellow. The poo set, and I am going to do a catalog reveal. I am doing a catalog reveal, an unboxing when I get my order, because we're allowed to do an unboxing so you can see what they look like. Okay, now let's do the pink. But what I like about it is, and what made me buy the whole suite, because I was only going to buy the paper and the poo stamps, but I did buy, there's like word stamps and some shape dies. I bought the whole suite because of those, because some of the paper, it's kind of like this Easter Joy suite. You know how it had those card fronts that you can make your cards with? Well, this had these like scenes, Winnie the Pooh scenes that were in specific shapes. And if you got the dies, it cut it out perfectly for the shape. So I'm really excited about those. Okay. Yeah, look, that was so much easier than starting at the top and working my way down. So there you go. Okay. Now I told you before, the ones that are over, I put a little adhesive here to keep it down. You probably don't have to do that. I don't know. But I was thinking there's nothing really to keep these in here, although it's pretty tight. And then I used my little gum eraser to get any excess adhesive off. Okay, and then I do it on this side too. I get a lot of people asking me on TikTok what this is. And so if you're new, this is just, and you can actually see that it's not cut evenly. This is from vinyl. Like if I cut out vinyl to make a t-shirt or something, I save the backing and then use that. So a lot of people ask me that. I think on every single video somebody asked me. Okay. I got this tip from Julie. Yeah, you know, I used to not use photo placeholders because I didn't do a layout ahead of time. I always did the layout as I was scrapbooking the pictures. But once I became a demonstrator, and once I started doing Close to My Heart, where I did the like workshop kits, where, you know, you'd have layouts that I didn't have pictures for yet, maybe. Then I started using the photo placeholders. Okay, So I'm going to put the grass, and I put the grass behind. So I'm just going to put like a strip here and then add the grass. And the grass is cut to just like perfectly go across the basket. Okay, and I'm going to put these in my little baggie and use it for another layout, because now I have yellow and then I have one blue left. Okay, let's get this back. Okay, so I am going to put this here, but I'm going to stamp my Happy Easter first. I'm going to use, I have the strawberry slush, so let's hope I don't drop my stamp on my layout. Normally I would not stamp on top of my layout, but so Happy Easter, Easter's on its way for you. I'll do Happy Easter because I don't think Easter's on its way will fit there. This stamp set is called Easter Basket. And the dies are called Easter Basket also. Okay. And while I'm stamping this, you do know that we're getting new ink pads. And the new catalog, only the ink colors will be the new style. And then in 2027, the rest of the colors. They're going to do a color refresh, and then all of the ink pads will be the new style. Although these will still work, obviously. So, okay, and let's pop this up. With the Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, I should have brought out the mini dimensionals. I'm not going to put dimensionals up here because I am going to tuck some eggs under. And then let me grab my mini dimensionals for the handle. Okay. What I did is I cut one mini dimensional right down the center. If you cut it right in the middle, like pretty even, it will fit on the basket handle and not show. Okay, and then I did it twice. I did two. Well, that's a big one. Put this down here. Okay. Well, my computer did catch up finally with the comments. Use my Picket tool to take off the backings. I find it's the easiest to do it that way. Okay. And then I'll just center it here. But like I said, depending on what your layout, what paper you're using, you can use a journal box. You could put a nice big, you know, thing of stickers or die cuts here, whatever. Now for the eggs, the stamp set does have an egg on it, but what I decided to do is fussy cut. You can see how I fussy cut some of these eggs up. Well, also the die does work for that. So let's do that. You do have to get it pretty close to being on there, so there we go. I'm going to do an orange one. Redo this. There we go. I think it's because I've got this sheet underneath it here. It's like sliding. Do I have this upside down? I can't get it. Oh, I had this upside down, I think. I don't know why I can't get this to go through. That's so strange, guys. Let's try again. If not, I'm going to fussy cut them. I don't feel like dragging out my bigger one. Oh, there we go. Also just had the thing, I don't know, backwards or... Okay, orange, and I did this one because Monroe did have an orange in this picture. Let's see, but how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I did all of the colors. Let's do green. I moved it. There we go. I think I need new, they are kind of warped. I will get them as soon as there's not so much cute stuff that I spend my money on those. Okay, let's do this blue one. And I will tell you that these eggs, some of them are not like perfectly egg shaped. Like, look at that one. It's okay. Blue. Oh, I moved it. Okay. Let's see, we've got blue, orange, green. Blue, orange, green. Now we need pink and yellow. See, that one's a lot smaller than the others. Here's a yellow. I could washi tape these down, but I'm too lazy. In the end, it probably takes less time though. Now we just need pink. There's a pink one right here. You could stamp these and then die cut them. Or fussy cut from the paper. Okay. Okay. I'm busy making 40 cards. What are you making 40 cards? Easter cards? I will tell you that these, the six card fronts from this set, I made 12 really fast. Well, I say really fast, but I don't know. People might disagree with how fast some of them were, but they could be. You could make them very fast. You know, if you don't do all the weaving in the basket and all that. Okay, now let's put these down. I put all of these straight down on the paper. If you wanted, you could pop up like the top two. I didn't. Because the grass and this has only popped up once, and it wouldn't have, if you pop up the egg, you wouldn't have been able to put it behind the grass and still be popped up, if that makes sense. So I just put them all straight on the page. Okay. Kind of spread them out, so okay, so it spread all the way across the basket, and then I'll put these two in front, you know, in front of the spaces. There we go. That's the last egg. Okay, I finished this layout. You could add more, you know, if you wanted to add more. I did bring some dots if we wanted to put some dots. I didn't. I chose not to put dots on the layout because if you can tell, these are foiled. I think it adds enough. There's even foil on the eggs. So I didn't think it was necessary. But okay, here's the right-hand side. Let's go back to this one. Okay, let's do the bunnies first. And then we'll look at the time and decide if I'm going to cut out all the letters. Okay, so for the bunnies, I'm going to put this under here just so I have room to work. I did one of each bunny, and then I did the tulip and the carrot. Okay, and you need to use an ink that is good with the alcohol markers. And I think I mentioned it last time. if you don't know, we are getting a new black ink pad called a hybrid ink pad that you will be able to, I'll clean this off later, that you will be able to use alcohol markers with. So I think they're getting rid of the Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay. And then let's do the carrot and the tulip. I'll do them at the same time to save time. Okay. Now for my bunnies, I used the ivory. I have seen people make them like a more brown to resemble chocolate. I try to make them look more realistic bunny. We have some bunnies in our front yard. They live under the bush in our front yard. Don't forget the ears. Okay, that's one bunny down. I'm using the, I don't think I ruined my, I'm using the brush side. I was trying to show you the brush side. And, you know, I would maybe spend more time trying to like highlight or whatever, but you get the picture. Okay, and then I don't have a good pink. Well, I'm like all thumbs here. I don't have a good pink Stampin' blend, so I used one of my tri-blend markers. It's magenta blend, but I'm using the light. And I did their noses. And then the inside of their ears. With the pink. I also did the tulip pink. Okay. I thought I brought green over here. We'll see. Let's do the orange. This is pumpkin pie. This is light pumpkin pie for the carrot. And then I'll use the dark to just draw these lines across the carrots for a little bit of shading. Now when I found my green, I do have, I think this is shaded spruce. I thought it was garden green. I think I bought the Regals pack of these. Okay, and if you have more time, on some of my Easter cards, I actually put a the pearls, the not the glitter, glitter glue, but the pearl ones I did on their tails. But I didn't do it here on my layout. I did mention last time about how you can use your a cutout to help you center your bunnies perfectly. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a really nice even white around the image. And then you would tape that down. I didn't bring my washi tape over. You would tape it down and it should be perfect. But I didn't bring my washi tape over here. But I wanted to show you, I do have this in my dies. I just keep it in there. Let's hope I can do this without moving everything. I think I'm going to get my washi tape because I want this to be somewhat good. Okay. Let's see if that'll keep it pretty good. That's not too bad. Let's do the other bunny. I don't know if you can see pretty well on there. Okay. Okay, the bunnies came out pretty good. I'm happy with those. I almost couldn't find the tulip die. Okay, the carrot and the tulip. Think we could do it in one go? think the tulip's not going to be great. Well, it's not too bad. And the carrot's pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how those came out. Glad I went and got my washi tape. Okay, I can see there's a couple comments. I used to raise show bunnies. Oh, wow. You had over 100 bunnies? Oh my goodness. That's a lot of bunnies. Actually, at the Minnesota State Fair, we go to the bunny, well, I don't know if you call it exhibit, where they have all the bunnies where they get judged. And there are some really big bunnies, let me tell you. And so many different kinds of bunnies. I had no idea until I started going to the fair. Okay, let's do the dimensionals. Pop these guys up. Okay. And again, depending on the paper that you're using for your layouts, you know, you're going to want different, different decorations. I did try and keep mine to 3, a set of 3. The only thing is, generally I like to make the 3 dies or whatever in a triangle. And you'll see on this layout, they're kind of more towards the bottom of the page. But I really could not figure out a way to do the dies with the Easter basket on the other side. I don't know. I think I could have put, maybe one of the bunnies up there. That would have been an option. Okay, and then let's give these guys, I'm going to give Ellie's bunny this, and I'm just going to put adhesive at the bottom, and then one mini dimensional at the top. So it stays on the bunny. Like that. And then here I just am going to put the carrot. I don't think I'm going to put any dimensional on here. Now for a title, I don't know. I wanted to do basket, but I don't think I have enough room for basket and Easter. I didn't have a lot of blue, so I think I'm going to have to use the green. If you guys can think of a title before I start cutting, remember that they're opening their Easter baskets, so I am using these are block alphabet from Close to My Heart. Bun, that's cute. You think I should just put basket? But see, do you think it will have enough, it'll be, like, I wish I had the big, Stampin' Up! The big letters. I actually was intending on using my Stampin' Rewards to get the big letters and the banner dies. But of course, I spent it all on new product. So I still don't have those. I want them, but I don't have them yet. Okay, let's just cut basket for now. Or baskets. You think I should make it? Well, I only have one S, so we'll just do basket for now. Starting to give me problems. Do I have this? I should have brought my bigger one out. I think my dies are just getting bent. They're just... There we go. That worked. I was thinking about doing bunny baskets. There we go. See, do I have all of the letters? Where'd the A go? Here it is. I have basket. Let's try the bunny. B-U-N-N-Y. And I'm going to put the S to make it plural for baskets. Then I need one N. I thought about cutting something on my Cricut beforehand, but I just didn't have time because I went quilting all weekend, guys. You will not believe how much I got done at this retreat. I got 2 quilt tops done. I had one started, but I finished one, did a whole nother one, and I did a table runner. Can't believe how much I got done. So anyway, I was quilting all weekend instead of scrapbooking. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'm not even sure if this is going to fit. BASKETS. Oh. BU. And NY. That fits. I'm going to turn it this way so I can kind of try and get it in line. You can draw a line in pencil if you want. To kind of help you guide, you know, your placement. You just have to go back and erase that. And if I had more time, I would probably measure and try and space out better. But let's just get this on here, and then I'll show you the finished product. And then we'll talk about what I'm doing next week. Bunny, not too bad. Okay, I did bunny. Cut some more eggs. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And add them to the title. Good idea. You could, you know, like add a lot more decorations. I'm a little, I mean, again, I think it's because I feel I'm not creative. So, but you know, some people have these really beautiful, elaborate, like clusters. And that's not me. I can't do that, so. But I like the idea of eggs on here. How is it that I feel like I'm not creative, but I do this every week? I don't know. We are our own worst critics, aren't we? Next week, we start spring quarter. I had a really nice spring break. There we go. Let's see. So this is what we did today. Here is our 2-page layout. And I know Diana said that you like this. If you didn't follow along, I am going to put the measurements on a blog post. Diana, yeah, I'm with you. It's hard for me. I will go back and erase that. Oh, actually, this is the wrong way. This is how it's supposed to be. But really, it works either way. But I designed it this way so that this was on the right side. Okay, while I ask if you have any questions, I'll cut a couple. Let's fussy cut a couple of these out. you have any questions, about the layout, like I said, I'll put the measurements down. I thought I would do it after I came home from quilting the past couple of nights, but I was not up to it, guys. Well, and also last night I got my Pinterest back. I wasn't able to access my business Pinterest for several weeks now. Oh, I should have done the green one. And so I got access back last night, and so I thought, oh, I needed to catch up, and I did post some of my sketches. If you ever miss a sketch or a card or something, it's all on my Pinterest, Crafty Chemist Designs. I think it's called Crafty Chemist Designs. It's all on there. I am caught up on all of my sketches. They're all up there. And guys, we're getting close to 100. I might do something special for the 100th sketch. I was going to pull names today, but I didn't have time to go through and make sure. I think only Diana posted a project from the sketches this month, so I will go through it, but I think Diana's the winner by default. Try and keep in my head like who I see posting their work. But all of the sketches are up on my Pinterest now. And I think I'm at 94, 95, so next month I think will be the 100th sketch that I've personally done. I did repost at the very beginning. I reposted a lot of sketches, but for the past 100 I've been designing them myself. Okay, so I have a couple of these eggs here. Beautiful layout, thank you. I'll have to go back and erase those, so I will do that. Okay, there's some eggs on there. Okay, next week, normally I do Mother's Day cards with my nephews on Easter, but we are not going down to my brother's house, and they're not coming up here because my brother has to work. So it's just me, guys. And so what I thought is, first of all, I thought, let's do something simple. But do you have paper that you don't want to cut or that you're afraid to cut? Like, I wish I had some Serenity paper. I think I ended up cutting them all. And then there was that other one that I really liked. It was a floral. Can't remember what it was, but I really loved it. You hate to cut it. That's what this card's about. That's your paper shine. I thought that this really featured the paper. So that's my goal next week is we're going to make this card. We're going to feature your favorite paper. So pull out one of your favorite sweets or your favorite paper, and we're going to feature that. So look for your stash and find that. And then this really beautiful die set that I got and the stamp set, Mother's Day stamp set. I wanted to feature that. But my goal is for us to find our favorite paper and use that. Okay, that's what we're making next week. The only other thing, if you came on late, remember to sign up for my National Scrapbooking Month virtual crop party, Saturday, May 9th from 1 to 9 p.m. If you sign up and mark going, I will send you a make and take to make a scrapbook layout. You can take a screenshot of the QR code right now and then go to your photos and click on the QR code and it will pop up. So Okay, any questions? If not, I'm going to head out. I had a long day. I was quilting from 9 in the morning until 5. Yeah, it's like they're hiding the eggs on here. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so see you next week. Easter. See you on Easter, and we're going to make a Mother's Day card. Or whatever card you want to do. Like I said, grab one of your favorite paper sweets, and then maybe a die. Like, if you don't have this die, get a circle, like a nesting oval die, or a nesting square dies, or circle die, whatever. Oh, Megan, do you see my beautiful layout? What do you think? Look at Rowie. Look at him. Look how little he is. And Ellie. I love Ellie here. Well, I love her everywhere, but I love her little picture there. Okay. Okay, if there are no questions, I hope to see you next week. If not, have a great Easter. And join me for our next card making session. Bye.